Yeah, hello everyone. This is Amogh, your new host for the grooming session. So I hope the recording has begun. So today in grooming session we have the topic called culture, which means culture is a very broad term. For me, I want you guys to interpret today the word culture as the way we live. It includes the food we eat, the type of dress we wear, and the traditions which we have been following. So if you guys are ready, we can begin with our first participant. Okay, it is Ijaz Ahmad. I think he's not there. So, anyone else want to participate? Hello. Anyone in the VC want to participate? You will be asked few questions which you can answer. Hello. Satyajit, Ritu, Astrophile, Isha, and Taj. Do you guys want to participate?
I think if no one wants to do the grooming session, we can just talk casually.
Okay. Like casually, in grooming session, you will be just asked questions. Okay, you can just answer them. Like it would be like a casual conversation itself. So if you are interested, you can just answer those questions. Okay. The questions have been posted in the group. So are you there?
Yeah, but the issue is the culture is a topic where it's a little difficult to explain. But yeah, some people must be having the knowledge and interest they can speak. But
Okay,
overall, it
actually, the
is.
questions are very simple. You can look into the group once. There are five bunch of questions. You can choose any one of them, and the questions are really simple. So, Satyajit, you can try answering. There's no need for a perfect answer, so you can just try. Just we would make it more interesting, just like a conversation. So, do you want to try, Satyajit?
Looking at the questions only, deciding which
Yeah,
to
you can
address.
choose any bunch of questions. You just need to answer any two questions by picking any single bunch. So you are free to choose.
After you, I can try.
Yeah, Raunak. Yeah, Satyajit, are you ready?
No, I'm not ready. The other person who said he's ready to talk, right? He can
Okay,
talk.
Raunak, do you want to go first? Are you comfortable going first?
Yeah, no problem. Can I talk right now?
Yeah, you can start. The questions have been posted in the group. You are in the group, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, there are five bunch
I've
of
seen.
questions. Yeah, you can pick any single bunch and answer the two questions which are inside them, inside it. Okay,
Okay.
so yeah,
I,
you're free to choose any
I
bunch
want
of
to
questions.
talk. Hmm.
Yeah,
Uh,
go ahead, Raunak.
I want to pick up the first question. I think you
Okay,
can
the first
ask
question, the first
you can
bunch of
begin.
questions. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shall repeat the question for you. The first
Hmm.
question in the first bunch which you have chosen is: which country's culture do you love the most and why?
Yeah. Which country? Definitely, my country is India. So, my country. So I think India's culture is a very best culture, and I love most my country's culture. So it's a total framework in our culture, and there are some meanings in our culture because our culture provides a comprehensive blueprint of living, and no other culture I have seen ever now that this must have vast experience you can. Mm, this must have vast knowledge and experience you can have that our culture have four parts that means for ritual I think not ritual but that is four part that dharma kama artha and moksha what is means of righteousness and pleasure and desire, wealth and prosperity, and liberation. So, first of all, dharma is the main part of our religion, because our duty, righteousness, and ethical on other is sustained the universe, and it gives a sense of moral structure and purpose also. Okay? So it embraces very spiritual diversity, and it is the main birthplace Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and more many culture. And also we our culture has welcomed and integrated Islam, and also Christianity, and more many other countries' culture. So, and it has a deep connection with nature and cosmology also, because our culture is deeply woven in the nature world. So that is our culture, because and that is the reason I love most our culture. And it is also spiritually rightnesses things. After that, I am moving to my next question. Is that do you think Indian culture is under threat? Indian culture is definitely under threat. Definitely, I think it. I think about it that our culture is dying right now, and since the advent of the European, our culture mostly right now teenagers and many more youth are want to westernization things, and they are glad of these things. And apparently, uh, our culture admit that Western's modernization is not bad for everyone, but uh, we have to we have to know that what is right and wrong, because uh, you know that Renaissance, what is called Renaissance, that Europe brought about uh, rewaking and learning new things, and the freedom of movement. There are so many things like knowledge of science and advantages, education. That so many things was uh, brought by India. Sorry, no, brought by English European country. And however, after independence, that greater impact that in our India, that Western culture on Indian youth. On average, Indian youth, a cultured person came to be known as dressed in Western style and speaking English fluently. That so many people are loving Shakespeare and Shelley, and they are become their ideal. Uh, I think in this thing, moral values should be main perspectives, because I think there is no wrong in getting westernized, but the fact is we should know that what is right and wrong, and what is negative or positive. Because in our Indian culture there are so negative things, that uh, casteism, gender bias, dowry system, that is and denial of education to girls. That is so many negative things in our culture that we should fix that. And after that, in European culture. Uh, Something I believe that so many things negative that Western fellows I think what is it? Yeah, so many things are negative, that adultery and material relationship, living relation, and these kind of things. I think and they are focused more many in materialistic things, and our Indian culture is more focused in cultural and spiritual improvements in life. So Indian youth has believed that uh, modernization can be achieved by westernization, but uh, I have forgot
It's okay,
what.
Ronald.
And I, last thing I have to say that we should not forget that we are Indian, and our ancient culture. We need to protect it, and how we modern, and how pop culture is right now pop culture is coming in our youth. So we should protect our culture. Last thing that I have, this is my speech. Thank you.
Yeah, that was really good, Ronald. I really like the way you brought in the Purushartha, that is Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha, and you also spoke about the spirituality, right? That was also really good. And you also emphasized upon the tolerance of Indian culture, that is, we accommodate everyone, like Islam and many other religions. In the second answer, you also mentioned about the flaws in the Western culture and highlighted the greatness of Indian culture. And I think that was really good. Thank you for participating,
Yeah,
Ronak. It
there
was
are so
really
many negative things I think that from Western culture, like single parenthood, and permissives in schools. That's things.
yeah, that was
So
really good,
lastly,
Ronak. Yeah, yeah, you can
thank you
add.
so much.
Yeah, you can add if you want, or you can add.
Right now, I'm not memorized the other
Yeah,
things.
it's okay, Ronak. Actually, your answers
Yeah,
were really good, and I really appreciate your participation. Thank you for participating. Yeah, let's go
so
on.
much.
Let's move on to our next participant. Anyone else want to participate? The questions are really simple. The topic may seem to be a very complicated one, but it's very simple. The culture is the way you live, the food you eat, the dress you wear, and the traditions which you have been following. So, anyone else want to participate in this grooming session?
Yes, may I say?
Who is this?
Yeah, Chitra. Yes,
Chitra. Hi,
Chitra, sir.
Chitra.
Yeah,
Hi.
good afternoon.
Thank you for participating. Have you seen the questions in the group? I have posted questions in the group. Okay, there are five bunch of questions. You can pick any bunch and answer the two questions which are inside it. Okay.
Uh, Only two questions, sir.
Yeah. There are five bunches of questions. Okay. You can
Okay.
pick any bunch, and there are two
Mm,
questions in each bunch. Okay. So you can answer two questions. Okay.
okay.
By picking any bunch. Okay. So which bunch do you want to
Mm-hmm.
do you want to pick? Like one, two, three, four, five. There are five bunches. So which one are you going to choose?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Number five.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So
Yeah.
I shall repeat the first question for you, which is which cuisine do you love the most and why? Yeah, Chitra, you
Okay.
can start answering.
Thank you so much, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Chitra. So I would like to share on the fifth question. There are two questions are mentioned. So first is about cuisine. So yeah, my favorite cuisine is South Indian dishes. All types of South Indian dishes. I like it because all these dishes are fermented and they it use lots of lentils and grains. It is really so it has lots of potential and nutrients and other things. And yeah, actually I belong to Maharashtra. I also used to prefer Maharashtrian dishes, but whenever I taste idli, sambar, dosa, likewise, so I feel really ecstatic and wow, and green chutney, red chutney, and coconut chutney. All these chutney is really scrumptious. I like it. I always prepare weekly this dish, and my family members also they also enjoy a lot. And yeah, and we can we can we can store this batter for a long time in our freeze in the freeze, and we can make any time. So it is really easy to make and also healthy dishes, that is a South Indian dishes, and it is really related to our south region. So that is my answer. Now I'm moving to second question. What role do ritual play in your own life, and which among them do you love and most? Yeah, actually, our India is polyglot country, and it is called diversity. So every state has every region has different tradition, culture, and rights. And all these are so wonderful and attractive. So we should respect and learn and identify all these things, because all these things are our part of life, our knowledge as well. We can we can save the good relationship if you understand and if you respect each other. And ritual contains lots of moral values, how to respect and sympathy, empathy, and other moral values, just like humbleness, politeness, all these things. But every culture has different rituals, but one thing is common, that is the respect to each other, politeness, humbleness, and share uncompromisingly in necessary and unnecessary things. So this is the human nature and human being. It doesn't matter, we will come on different types of region and ritual, because whenever our India come in hot water, so all regional people are gather, and they handle tackle all these things logically. So that is the main synchronization. Otherwise, there are lots of differentiate in our country, and apart from that, they all are live together and they respect with every festival and every event, and they enjoy a lot. So it is the greatest collaboration. So yeah, so overall all these two question is really captivating and mesmerizing question. I like it. So thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you, Chitra, for participating. Coming to the first answer of the question, that which cuisine do I love the most? You picked the South Indian cuisine. It was a very interesting one because being from Central India, you choosing South Indian cuisine was really appreciable. Okay, so and the second answer, you brought in the connection between the morality and the rituals and how rituals hold people together. So that was really great, Chitra. Thank you for participating. So let's move on to our next participant. Who is willing to participate? Can you please volunteer? Anyone else willing to participate?
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Sir, I have enrolled my name, but I would like to speak after one participant.
Shubham, actually, the participant is absent right now. So you can start now. So the group
Uh,
contains four bunches of questions, okay? You can pick any bunch and answer the two questions which are inside it. So it's your choice.
should I
Can you-
should I have
Yeah,
should I speak one question?
there are five bunches of questions, okay? In each bunch, there are two questions. So you can pick any bunch and answer the two questions which are inside that bunch, okay? You getting it,
Okay.
Shubham? Yeah.
Yes, yes, got it. Hmm. Okay. In prompt, I have to speak. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Shubham, and I have chosen question number one. Which country's culture do you love the most? Why? Do you think Indian culture is under threat? Justify. Okay, as I'm Indian and I know my culture very well, so I love my culture. I love India's culture a lot, as it is a country where people from different religion live together in harmony, and we have different kinds of culture as well, which highlights what is India truly. India is not just a nation; it is a country where one person can find the variety. If you go to if you go to South India, you can see different kinds of culture there. People, they uh they speak different language and they worship different god. So and they also have different kinds of cuisine in South India. And if you again come to North India, you can also see a different kinds of culture. People have different language. People are worshiping different god. So every state has its uniqueness in India, and that makes India great. And and I love this country because I can learn something or the other from this country. Whenever I travel, I have the opportunity to learn different language. I can learn the history of different states. In West Bengal, I'm from West Bengal. So if you come to West Bengal, you can see a different history. The Britishers, they came here first. They ruled the whole India from West Bengal, and they have made or built so many historical architecture in West Bengal, like Howrah Bridge and so many things like this. So this historical architecture or monument can tell us what was India back then, or India's history. And from history we can learn many more things, and this knowledge from history can help us to move further, to take good decision. So it is a country I love, because in this country we give freedom to each and every religion, be it Hindu, be it Jainism, be it Islam. You get equal opportunity, equal freedom, and and that is great. That is India. And and I believe that from each and every religion we can learn something, and each and every religion has its own uniqueness. Something or the other we can learn, right? So if we combine the knowledge from every religion together and use it to make our country great, make our country prosperous, then it is good for everyone. And it is a democratic country, we know. And so I think that's all from my country. It is great, it is, and it is our responsibility to preserve our culture. But our culture could be in threat nowadays. Really very concerned regarding it, because people, they are following Western culture. Some people think that they become very smart, they become very wise if they follow Western culture, right? So every culture is good. I'm not blaming Western culture is bad. If something is good in Western culture, you can adapt them. If something is bad, you should reject them. In even in our Indian culture, many things are not good. So you can talk about them. You should reject them. If something is good, something is something is good for our country, for our future generation, then it is good, and we should continue this culture. And if we don't follow our own culture, then I think our own culture will get extinct one day. What the future generation will learn? They will not learn anything, right? So if we don't speak our native language, if we always speak English all the time, then I think our own language will get perished one day. So English is good, but we should speak our own native language in our native place. So in short, I just want to say I love Indian culture. I find variety there, and I would like to say yes, Indian culture is under threat. For that, we need to start something innovative. I have a solution how we can preserve Indian culture in school and colleges. If we have program, cultural program, and there if we display Indian culture through drama, through song, music, right? So I think that this way we can preserve our Indian culture, and our parents, school, our neighbors, they also have equal rights to maintain our culture. That's all from my side, sir. Thank you.
That was really good, Shubham. In the first part of your answer, you mentioned how the diversity of India has made it more attractable to you, and you also mentioned about the cultural heritage of Kolkata, which made you adopt, which made you choose the Indian culture as your favorite one. So that was really interesting, and you also provided solutions for how to tackle the threat our culture is facing nowadays in your second part of the answer. So even that was really appreciable one. So thank you, Shubham, for participating, and I really appreciate your efforts. Okay, so let's move on to our next participant.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So who want to participate? Who want to go next? Hello, hello everyone. Topic is culture. You just need to answer two questions. So anyone want to participate? Can volunteer. Arif, Ghost, Siddhi, Isha, Abhishek. SK, do you want to go? Do you want to?
Okay,
Siddhi, okay, Siddhi
okay.
is here. Okay, Siddhi,
Uh,
hi.
so good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, you're audible. The question. Okay, the topic is culture, and you have to pick a bunch from the five bunches which have been posted in the group, and you need to answer two questions. Okay, so you are free to choose the bunch of questions. I hope you can see the group, and
Yeah, yeah. So,
yeah, you
sir,
can
sir.
pick a bunch. Okay, and you can start answering.
Yeah. First question and second question. Okay. Okay. So first question is yeah. I'm audible or not? Confirm me.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to the one question is a related answer. So, which country's culture do you love the most? Why do you think India culture is underrated or justified? So, um, I love Japanese culture. Is no, it's a sorry for that. It's a
Okay, Siddhi, there are
yeah.
two questions. Yeah, the first is which country's culture do you love the
Sir,
most and why?
first
Yeah.
question is I'm not able to understand. Means I try to second question. Sorry for that.
Okay. Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's okay.
Chinese culture is best, yes.
Yeah. See,
Actually, I think you have understood the question right, Siddhi. You were saying
no,
Japanese
I
culture, right?
understand. I just start to a three-number question. How can review one culture in today's globalized society? Do you support or oppose life in relationship justify? So
Okay. Do you want to pick the third bunch?
yeah.
Okay.
So one
Yeah, Siddhi, you
can
can go.
yeah one can review their culture by pri- uh, practicing traditional arts, learning local language, celebrating festival and respective culture values. Like schools, museum, and social platforms can also play a role in spreading awareness about culture roots. I support live in relationship for consenting adults because there is a allow people to understand capability before marriage. However, it is a should be don't sorry it should be done responsibly, respecting both partners' values and social social norms. Yeah, so that's all is a three number issue question. So now I try to is a five number question is, so which conscience do you love the most? Why? What role do ritual play in your one life, and which among them you love the most? Yeah, so I love Indian what's cuisines, especially. I'm also from Bihar, so yeah, especially Bihari foods. So, so because it's a it is a flavorful, wholesome, and reflected our relational diversity. Diseases like litti chokha and content match my roots. So, so rituals play an important role in maintaining discipline and spirituality in my life. So among them, I love morning prayers like puja the most because they provide peace, positivity, and a sense of connection to my inner self every day. So that's good for me. And yeah, that's all from my side. Thanks for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Siddhi, for answering. Thank you for bringing your personal experience like the Litti Choka one and all. That was really interesting to hear. So that was really good. And you are in supportive of a living relationship as long as it is very supportive for both of them and beneficial for both of them, and even that is appreciated. And even spoke about, sorry, just a minute, how one can revive one's culture, right, by bringing intervention in schools. So even that was appreciated. Thank you, Siddhi, for participating. I really appreciate your efforts. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah, sir. Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next participant. Who want to participate? Is anyone interested to participate? Just need to answer two questions. Hello, Isha, Arav, Aishwarya, Yukt, Dopamine. Anyone wants to participate? Advik, PK.
Okay,
Aishwarya.
sir, I want to participate.
Yeah. Thank you, Aishwarya, for volunteering. So there are five bunches of questions. Okay. I have posted in the group again. So you can pick a single bunch and answer the two questions which are inside that bunch. Okay. So you are free to choose any bunch. So you can pick the bunch and start answering, Aishwarya.
Okay, just two questions.
But just pick a bunch and answer two questions. That's enough, I think.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. Aishwarya this side, and I would like to choose the second question. Which state of India attracts you the most in terms of its culture? And should Western culture be taken up by Indians justify? So, I here I'm not going to tell about which cultures attracts me most. I really want to tell about my state. So I'm from Odisha, and whenever I will say Odisha, everyone can think in their mind about Lord Jagannath. Everyone know about Lord Jagannath, their power, and in this month of now December or November, we celebrate something called Lakshmi Puja, and in In every Thursday, we all celebrate Lakshmi Puja. Everyone wake up so early and do some ritual, and there is a book, Lakshmi Puran, where there are a lot of things written, which things you should do or which things you should not do. And I recently read that book, and what I got from that book is that is really a woman empowering topic, where when Lord Jagannath discriminated with Goddess Lakshmi, how Goddess Lakshmi take revenge. She told, if I will not take revenge here, then in future no male will treat women equally. So I need to take revenge. That's the whole story was revolving in that Puran. So I really want to appreciate my culture, my Odisha culture, where there has been written a lot about women empowering from a long ago. And should I want to move to the second question. Should Western culture be taken up by Indians? Justified. So should it be taken up or not? If it's benefiting you in a good way, you should take up, or otherwise, for the sake of popularity, it's really not needed. We are really have a lot of in our culture. We really don't need to take up Western culture. So do I need to answer more question, or is this enough?
Yeah, I think it would be enough, Aishwarya. I think there are more participants. So yeah, it was really good, Aishwarya. The in the first answer you brought in Odishan culture, and you also told about the story of Lord of Lakshmi goddesses. So even that was really good. So and for in the second answer you said like even if it's beneficial, like we can just a minute. Yeah, we can bring in changes in our culture, right? Yeah, even that was really good, Aishwarya, and I really appreciate your efforts put in participating in this session, and keep growing, keep speaking, and it was really good. So let's move on to our next participant.
Thank you, sir.
Mayank, Imrina, Dopamine Soldier, Ghost. Anyone else want to participate? Mayank, are you there? Sandy,
I'm here.
Imrina. Okay, Imrina. Do you want to participate, Imrina?
Yes, I want to
Am I
participate.
pronouncing your name right? Sorry.
No, you are right, Imrina.
Yeah, okay. You have five bunches of questions to pick from. So you'll be answering two questions, which will be in that bunch of questions. Okay. So I have posted the
Okay.
questions in the group, so you can go through it and pick any bunch which you wish. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
This question, or are you going to post some new question?
Okay. There are five bunches of questions, right? You can pick any bunch. There are five bunches.
Okay.
Choose by
Got it.
number any bunch and answer the two questions which are inside it. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'm taking the question number 4.
Yeah. Okay. You can start answering, Imrina.
Okay. Thank you. What do you think the relationship between religion and culture? What do you think is the relationship between religion and culture? Okay. In my good afternoon to all. I'm sharing my point of view regarding the question. What do you think is the relationship between religion and culture? In my opinion, as I'm an Indian, in India has different types of culture and religion people, and we are living together. There is no differentiate. We cannot distinguish like which religion people we are, but somehow our culture matter. Or maybe in our home we are following our religion, our religion, but after all, as a like I'm from West Bengal, so as a West Bengal people, as a Bengali, I followed each and every festival in West Bengal, like Puja, especially Durga Puja is very famous in West Bengal. So here is it doesn't matter from which culture I am belongs, but the matter is that this Durga Puja festival is a cultural festival in West Bengal. Because of that, we all enjoy this festival. And in my opinion, this is the matter. And each and every religion somehow teaches us the same thing. Respect each religion. Whatever religion you are believe whatever you are believing in that, it it should not uh, get out from you. You have to respect. I think in every each and every religion it is written that God is equal for everyone and God teaches equally. And you cannot disrespect others' culture, others' religious. This is the I think the main motto of each and every religious. After all, from Gita, Bible, Quran, we can get this answer only. Everyone is equal, as we know that our blood is red, our mass, body, everything is same. So why should I differentiate between the culture and religious things? Everything, whatever is created, like the religion, the culture, is created by ourselves only. But after all, at the end of the at last, we can feel that each and every culture is same, as I said. So, in my opinion, religions and culture, this is the main relationship between a culture or religion. Like we can celebrate each and everything together. The main motto is that we have to live happily together, whatever religion we have. So the next question is, should one oppose any changes to one's culture justify? Yeah, people can oppose. Like, everyone has a faith that my culture, my religious is the main or justified only. Others' culture are not justified. But as I said, like, in every each and every religious, it is said that we have only one God and we all are human beings, and there is a powerful thing we have to respect. So that means there is no differentiate. There is uh, everyone is equal, everyone is same. Whatever culture we are created, it according to our profit, our problems, we created all those religious and things. So, but yes, dogmatic people are everywhere, their thoughts are everywhere, but in my opinion, in this time, in this era, the modern generation, the Gen Zs, they are not following our that kind of dogmatic concept. They don't have. We are living in such a world, like we are just believing in humanity, and we are helping each other, and we are making a good relationship, a good uh, human being, you can say mankind relationship, right? The relationship is to man, to people, to culture, not the religion. Religion doesn't matter. Whatever faith I have, it's inside me. I cannot share this, I cannot oppose others culture. So this is my point of view. Thank you. I don't have much point.
Yeah, actually, you have put forward many points, Imrina, and it was really good. And it was really good how you picked the lesson of harmony from the religion and brought in the relationship between religion and culture. And I think that was really interesting. And I really appreciate the confidence with which you spoke. Yeah, just maintain it and keep going, Imrina. So
Thank
thank you for participating in the session.
you.
So let's move on to our next participant. Anyone want to participate? Soldier, Arif, Sandy, Sanrachika, Isha, R.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Sanrachika, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you'll be. The topic is culture. Okay, so who is this? Just a minute. Yes, Sanrachika. The topic is culture, and you have four bunches of questions to pick from.
Yes, sir.
So you can pick any bunch and answer the questions which are inside it. Okay. So for the questions, you can see in the group. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You can pick any bunch and start answering, Sanrachika.
Okay, sir. So I I will choose question number one. That is, which country's culture do you love the most and why? And it is, do you think Indian culture is under threat? Justify. So if I will see in my point of view, I would like to choose India is one of the most uh, beautiful country, and it has many culture and varieties and diversity. That's why we always uh, uh, indicate India as unity in diversity. It is like that. And in India, it is there are many cultures, and it vary from a state to a state, region to region. If we will go in MP, then they have different cultures. If we will go in Bihar, then they have different culture. So it is like I love India for this. And India having the culture is like too much glorious and colorful, not something repeating like other countries. Uh, like in other countries, they have a New Year party, Halloween party, and also what Christmas party. So I think those things are not much fascinating than that what our India holds in its culture. So that was the reason I love varieties and diversity that our India carries. So that's the reason I love the country India for its culture. And the next line is, do you think Indian culture is under threat? Justify. So yes, I think Indian culture is in under threat because nowadays, in this era, we can say that everyone is chasing what? Fashion, style, modernization. And what they are doing is like they are just having a new fashion sense, like, oh, I had scrolled Insta reels and this, that. So I had seen that those girls had wore this cloths, that cloths, and they are just get influenced by them, and they are uh, means they are adopting their culture, not just inspiring others to have our own culture. Like in India, what is there? In India, there is sari and all those cloths. Like uh, in Rajasthan, there is ghagra. In like Assamese cloths were means there are many things, but they are like influenced by these modernization type things, like aesthetic things, and also there are Greek paintings. Nowadays, people are liking those paintings also. But what about our culture? Means why we are not promoting our paintings? Like in our history, there is also a famous king. Uh, I think his name was Vijay Verma. Uh, he was known for his famous paintings. So why we are not promoting all those our cultures or something? Why we are just adopting other foreign countries' cultures and all those things? So it is like, yeah, I think that Indian culture is under threat. So that's it from my side.
Thank you, Sanrachika. It was pleasant hearing to you.
Thank you,
So
sir.
actually, the questions which you chose was really interesting, and you seem like a very patriotic person to me, which makes me really feel happy because in today's Gen Z I think patriotism is fading away from the society. So thank you, Sandrachika, for answering the questions in a very passionate way. And
Thank you, sir.
yeah, it was really good hearing to you. So let's move on to our next participant. So who wants to participate? Sandy, Soldier, Arif, Ashish, Davies, Pikachu, Yukt. Anyone else? Hello. Do you guys want to participate? You will just ask two questions. You just need to answer them. Nikhil, Davies, Pikachu, Yukt.
Uh, Today,
Yeah,
at this time, I'm not able to speak because I have to attend my coaching classes. So that's why I'm just listening and I'm eating at this time.
yeah, okay, Pikachu. I really appreciate your response. Thank you. So, anyone else willing to participate in the session? Nikhil, do you want to participate? Mayank, Sandy, Yukt.
Yeah, I can try to answer these questions in a very short manner.
Yeah, Nikhil. You have four bunches of questions. You can pick anyone and answer the two questions which are inside it. Okay.
Okay, I have to pick three. It's written there anyway. Okay.
Okay.
So the first question is, first of all, good afternoon, everyone. First question is, which country's culture do you love the most? Why? Do you think Indian culture is under threat? Justify. Is it only one question? Like there are two questions in it.
There are two questions, Nikhil.
Okay. And it is separately a one question. Fine. So I think this question should not be at all asked to any person in the world. Because if there is a word in the dictionary of the world that is culture, then India represents the culture of the world. Because when it comes to Vasudev Kutumbakam, we are the country that represents it. I mean, India is a cultural, or I would say a culturally living entity. It not only represents cultures of different varieties, religious beliefs, but it lives the cultures. Yeah, I mean, India is equal to culture. Do you think Indian culture is under threat? Yes, Indian culture is under threat. It's not only Indian culture, but it is every culture of every nook and corner of the world, which is once in a time comes under threat. Why? Because civilizations, they grow themselves. And when there is any kind of development that occurs, which is absolutely equivalent to some negatives too. So same goes with Indian culture also. With time, people change their perspectives. With time, people change their religious values. And with time, people also change their cultural narratives. So yes, Indian culture is under threat. So it is the duty of the current generation to preserve it, its values, and its beliefs. Which state of India attracts you the most in terms of its culture? If I talk about any state that attracts the most, then it would be Rajasthan, because I belong to this state. I permeate in this state. So I think Rajasthan has shared a very historically a great significance of culture. And sorry, someone came in between. He just broke my flow. Oh my God. Okay. Which state of India attracts you the most in terms of its culture? So Rajasthan is that state which attracts me the most when it comes to cultural interventions. Um, because Rajasthan not only has varieties of different cultures, but also there are multiple languages like Mewadi, Marwadi, then there is Sekawati, and there are other languages too. I'm not aware of every language. So we are a state that represents multiple languages in itself. We are a state which has represented historical landscapes of fighting multiple wars with different typhoons. Rajasthan is also known for its heritage. Like there are many sites from my state which have covered themselves in under the UNESCO heritage sites. So we are also one of the top listed states in the entire world which shares multiple landscapes like Hawa Mahal, we have Chittorgarh, and if you look at Udaipur Lake, then these monuments are listed globally. So we shows the pattern that is so culturally wide, vast, and shares vast spectrum too. Then coming to the second part of the same question, should Western culture be taken up by Indians? Is it a question to be asked? What do you think, people? Should we take Western culture? I mean, in the first question, I said that if there is a culture in the world, and if it is a word, then India is that particular dictionary's holder or owner in which the culture is a word just. So I think this question should not even exist in the world, because it is the Indian culture that should be adopted by different countries. But it is not the Western culture, or let's say Eastern culture or Northern culture, that should be adopted by Indians. Because we people are not only cultural, but we are empathetic. We are sympathetic. We love to listen to people. We also love to guide them. We are not certainly world leaders, but we want to wish guru. So for that reason, we don't want to adopt cultures of different countries, but we are the people who want to make people adopt our culture so that things can be peaceful. Because India represents peace. India doesn't represent, let's say, misharmony, disgraciousness, but we represent harmony, sanguineness. That's something we represent. So we should not adopt a Western culture, but we can do one thing. Instead of adopting Western culture, we should adopt their technological advancements. So that is very good for a human civilization's development. That's something we should adopt. Certainly not their language, their beliefs, their fundamentals. But yes, what they are exactly doing in science, tech, and all those kind of things, we should adopt. The third question is, how can one revive one's own culture in today's globalized society? Do you support or oppose live in relationships? Oh, justify. Okay. Well, in today's globalized society, how can one revive one's own culture? So, culture is not only shared by public, but when it comes to any current regime that governs the entire nation, it is the duty of both the collaborative entities or syndicates, public and the people who are leading the public, that generally are termed as any federation, union, or state. So it is the duty of both to preserve the cultural narratives and also conserve the cultural elements or establishments which have been established over the period of generations in the earlier histories. If I look at my country, India, then government is taking a lot of steps to preserve our culture. Like they are changing the names of different places, or maybe they are also building new monuments. Look at the Statue of Unity. So earlier it was the Statue of Liberty that was one of the prominent statues known by the world, because it is one of the highest. But now the highest statue in the entire world is our Statue of Unity, and that has represented Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel because of his rich contributions to the heritage of our country and its development during his time when he was present. So this is how, when you build different monuments, scriptures, when you build different architectures, so this is one of the prevalent ways to preserve and conserve your culture. The second thing is collaboration of the current generation. You should launch awareness campaign. You should bombard the new generation and their curriculums with different chapters of cultural significance, that this is why it is important. You should teach them the values of people who have contributed to us, our culture. So these are some of the ways. Obviously it's a very big thing. I mean, there are hundreds of ways through which you can conserve it, but I think awareness campaign and building something that can be looked by people and noticed by the world are the two prominent ways through which you can conserve it. And do you support I oppose live-in relationships, because live-in relationships is exactly inversely proportional to your marriage culture. So now if you want to preserve the culture, then you have to reject live-in. I mean, if you want to adopt the live-in, then you are just rejecting marriage culture. So that's something inversely proportional. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nikhil. You answered almost all the questions, I think. So it was really good hearing to you, as always. So thank you for participating. So let's move on to our next participant. Anyone who wants to participate? I think dopamine is your student, Akshar. Okay. Anyone want to participate, or else we can wind up the session? So
I want to participate, but I don't know
that's
what's
student.
going on
Okay,
here.
student.
Could you
Yeah,
please
the
a little
topic
bit
is culture.
explain me?
Okay, and in the group I have posted few questions. Okay, which you can answer.
Okay, let me check.
There are four bunches of questions, so you can pick
Hmm.
any bunch and answer the two questions which are inside it. Okay.
Which country? Just a moment. Let
Yeah,
me
yeah.
read.
Take your
Okay.
time. Yeah. Okay. So are you ready, student?
I would like to speak about first question. Okay. As
Okay.
in my perspective, which country culture I would like. So I want to speak Indian culture. So when it's
Okay.
come to Indian culture, we have different kind of culture here. If you see in Kolkata, if you see in like UP, right? So you will see like we have different kind of languages, right? If you want to go to, for an example, Kerala people, if you want, so it's extremely different. And when it's come to Delhi, yeah, it's extremely different. But why I like too much? Actually, we are living together. We always respect to each other. And if I talk about food, so we have as well different kind of food. Some people are prefer non-vegetable food, and some people are prefer vegetable food. That's also amazing part of in my country. And we are living as well different kind of religions people here. But why we are living together, we have a, like empathy to each other. This is how I could speak on this topic. Thanks a bunch for patiently listening to me. That's all about me.
Thank you, student, for participating. Actually, today everyone is picking Indian culture as their favorite. It came as no surprise, but I expected at least few people to pick some other country's culture like Japan and all. But the people here are very patriotic and really I appreciate it, placing Indian culture above everything else. So that was really good, student. Okay, so let's move on to our next participant. So who wants to participate? Sana, Swagatika, SP,
Okay,
Sandy, you want to participate?
I yeah, yeah. Could you please
Yeah.
tell me what is the meaning of cuisine? What does it mean? Like, I'm not
Okay, the
able to
food.
understand. Which food do you love the most and why? Is
Yeah,
there
cuisine
something that?
represents yeah, very variety of culinary dishes. Like it includes all the dishes that is made within that particular region
Recipes.
or country.
You can say recipes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
it basically narrows
Just
down to food. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Sandy.
yeah, let me talk about at least one topic. Sorry, one question answer.
Yeah, okay.
The question is, yeah. So, which state of India attracts you the most in terms of its culture? Should Western culture be taken up by Indians? Uh, which states? Like, I would say my own state even. We do have cultures, and I think in India we have good cultures. In every state, we can find their own cultures, their own rituals, whatever they do. So that represents India even. And if I talk about my state, so in our state we do have, like, uh, mm, there are many things like dresses coming, then then puja coming, and then the thing which is comes from religion, and we follow those from what our parents used to follow, and their parent even used to follow. So we are following that. We are trying to keep the way they have done in their past. So that we can remain what actually our elders used to do. So we tried, but nowadays I cannot find, because I have seen that we are not that much culturized, wherein we used to be very different than the past one. But still, we are many things we still follow the culture. In culture, whatever we are having, we are following because of our elders. Yeah. Should Western culture be taken up by Indians? No, no. Why we should do that? Because it's something uh, that's that's represents us. So the own that we have our own value, and if we copy paste from others country and we are following them, then what's the on our own value? So what's the value of India then? So we shouldn't do that. We have a good in India, we have different states and different kind of cultures they are holding even, and they in every like religions, they have their own culture which they used to follow, and they represent themselves in a good way. So I think we shouldn't take in any uh, culture from outer. Whatever we have, we should be proud on that, and we should follow on that only. Okay, if I talk about the other one, the topic is which is which mm, okay, the one, which country culture do you love and the most? Why? And do you think India culture is under the threat? Which country culture do you love most? Yeah, India itself. And because why I love, because we are, when I say I love Indians culture, why the reason is that the our elders, whatever they have done, or they have uh, there are some boundaries that we are having in our culture, so we used to follow because we are still doing that. Why the reason? We kept that going on. Otherwise, if we are not following then these kind of things, then we do then we do something else which can be not good for us. So I think that's the reason why we are following this the culture that we are having our own Indian cultures. And
Okay.
do you think India culture is under threat? Uh, it's I would say it's not, and it is. It depends only, but it is not in under threat, because if we itself are not following, or if we are trying to avoid our own culture and trying to get admired from the other country's culture, then it is in under threat. Otherwise it's not. Like if we have that kind of if we remain the same, what we are actually, what our elders has done, or whatever they have sacrificed, so the same way, if we are following, so there is no there is we cannot say that the culture is under threat. But at the same time, if we are not if you are not keeping that the same way, and we are getting inspired by other countries culture, then it will be. So it depends. And I think it's not in that way. It's not like it's okay. Still I can see that it's not like there are many experiences that I had, but we are following many things still. Yeah, that's all I would say. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sandy, for sharing your views on the questions. So it was really good hearing to you. And yeah, though I may disagree with a few of your answers, but your answers were really good. I consider our Indian culture is under threat because we are wearing jeans and we are rotis are been being replaced by pizzas, right? And the language which we speak, at least in our workspaces, are replaced by English. So yeah, I really appreciate your answers. So let's move on to our next participant. If anyone want to participate, if anyone else want to participate, or we shall wind up the session. Swagatika, do you want to participate? Okay. So I think it's time to wind up the session. So as a concludatory note, I would like to say something. The first thing is, I think today we are stuck in a situation where we have to choose between two cultures. One is the Orthodox one, and other is the Western one. Somewhere I feel is we are unable to choose a single one and move on because we have been born and brought up in a different culture, and now we are exposed to a different culture due to the globalization. So instead of being stuck and wanting to choose between two cultures, I think we need to harmonize our choices, and we need to pick the best from both the cultures and try to inculcate them in our lives. So only then I think we can live a much more meaningful life, and our culture can prove as a role model for many other nations as well. So I think it's necessary for appreciating our old culture, and it is necessary for respecting other different cultures as well, while following the path which we can, what you say, following the right path which can suit our life in a better way. So I think what works for you is good. So choose a type of life which you want to live. There is no need to follow a path laid down by others. So instead of herd mentality, we can pave our own path, we can choose our own culture and live our own life in the way we want to live. But we must always keep in mind that our culture shouldn't affect anyone else, and it should not harm anyone else. So that was it from my side, and this was grooming session, and it was me first time hosting a session, and I hope I have done justice to my job to some extent at least. So it was great hearing to you all. So thank you all for being so cooperative. So thank you. Bye bye everyone.
Thank you, Amogh. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Amogh.
It was fantastic.
I also want to participate in grooming session.